Talking to Timbers goalkeeper Max Crepeau off a couple of clean sheets and another good performance in San Jose. Max, in that game, San Jose had 29 shots, a lot of them blocked by your back line. Are the center backs for you always better off trying to block the ball, or would you rather sometimes have a clear sight line?
Oh, it's a tricky situation. It depends on the what's in front of you, obviously. I always tell the guys to try to affect the ball because ultimately that's the most important thing. And they are trying their best. Sometimes you might be unsighted at some moment, or it may take some deflections. But it's part of the game. That's why we train hard on these little details because it can happen. But overall, the general rules is always like the keeper takes the far side, and then the defender takes the strong side of the ball, basically. So obviously, it can happen to be beaten on these type of things because the quality of the strikers always increases, and they always looks for these little spots. But no, I rather have guys like we've been doing that are willing to block anything and to put their nose in front of the ball.
Yeah, towards the end of regulation of that game, there was some controversy on was it going to be a penalty? Is it a foul outside the box? Is it not a foul at all? During that 3, 4 minute stoppage, what's running through your mind?
Yeah, well, first I just wanted to address that to the referee that the fall was at it began outside of the box and obviously fails in the box. So that was the tricky aspect of it. But the first point of contact, there is a fall, but it was outside the box. And so just making sure that without looking at the board when he saw the replay, that he wasn't changing his decision. That was the most important thing. So first there was that moment of emotion of like, hey, don't try to F around. But then after that, it comes to the organization of the team, how to defend that ball that is gonna arrive from Espinoza, which he has a great right foot.
You just got called into the Canadian national team for the Canadian Shield tournament versus Ukraine and Cote d'Ivoire. Do you and Finn Sermon take a flight together to that tournament? I know New Zealand's part of it as well.
Yeah, no, we have different flights. Different flights. We go to different preparation spots, but we'll meet up in Toronto, that's for sure.
Yeah, what recommendations you going to give him?
It depends where we stay. That's the thing.
Speaking of Finn Sermon, like he's been in front of you for all of your starts here, but besides Real Salt Lake, does he remind you of any defender that you've played with in the past before?
No, well, obviously Finn has his own style, and he's having a great head on his shoulder, which he has to keep going on that. Very humble, very hardworking guy, which is amazing. But you can see that you can see his quality. You can see his quality, and we try to surround himself for him to be successful because he's shown his quality, and he has a high ceiling, high potential. So we have to keep on working. To maximize his potential because he's still young and he's a bright he's a bright kid, you know, he's a top man, so we just got to help him grow into his full potential.
It's not surprising you're getting called into the national team 2 dozen caps, but who lets you know when you get the call up? Do you get an email? Does somebody call you? Is it the head coach? Is it somebody from the Timbers?
Yeah, I've been with the program for 9 years now with the national teams. And since I think my first call up, I was 15 with under 17. So it's been half of my life. Can you imagine? So
2011, you got 6 caps for the U17s.
yep. So I've been it's been a great ride. But I do have an email. I have obviously talks with representatives, and then after that, I get an email coming in, and there we go.
Speak about a little bit more of your club play before you go off to the Canadian Shield. One thing that I've noticed with you, and same with James Pantemis as well, do you sometimes have to rein yourself in from launching long balls to burst a counterattack? Do you sometimes have to kind of calm down a little bit and hold possession instead of going for the risky play?
It depends of the moment and time in the game and what is asked. What's the game plan, you know? If a team is a little bit slower to react on the counter, can we hit them? Are we suffering at the moment? Do we need to breathe a little bit more? Is there opportunities to hit them? Is there space to hit them? And so I think it's a moment that we goalkeepers need to realize and assess, and then take a decision, speed it up or slow it down, and then the execution needs to be there. So there's quite a lot of small details and small decision that is made in that moment, but we need to assess, and this decision comes to down to us basically.
Kickoff coming soon with Orlando City, talking to Timbers goalkeeper Max Crepeau. Max, you've played in some games where, you're in a t-shirt and it's snowing and below freezing outside. Orlando's going to be the first game this year where it's in the high 80s, low 90s. Do you have a preference, one or the other?
I love the heat. Yeah, I love the heat. I would rather have a warm and humid game than a cold and freezing one. Yes.
I think a lot of your Timber teammates would agree with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, good luck against Orlando, Max, and thanks for stopping by.
Perfect. Thank you.